Check it out. In this session, I'm going to show you how to set up Device Writeback in Azure AD Connect. Someone asked me, if we do set this up, how can you test it on one to a few devices before enabling it for the whole domain? So that's what I'm going to show you. My name is Lacy, and I demonstrate real-world scenarios for managing Microsoft Intune across diverse enterprise organizations. So let's get into Intune. Okay, here we are on my lab server where I have Azure AD Connect installed, and I just want to say the first thing you want to do is actually install Azure AD Connect. Since I have it installed already, I'm just going to go ahead and start the configuration options to enable Device Writeback. So go ahead and start your Azure AD Connect. Okay, now that it's started, go ahead and click Configure. And once you get to your additional tasks, click on Configure Device Options. Then click Next. And you can go ahead and read the overview if you like. Go ahead and click Next. Okay, once you're here, connect to Azure AD with a global administrator account. Enter in your password for the account. Acknowledge the multi-factor authentication auth requests. I hit the wrong button. Let's do this again. Actually, I entered the wrong number. Now I remember. And once you get here to device options, go ahead and click Configure Device Writeback. Go ahead and click Next. Now, once you get here, select your domain for the writeback force. And if you have multiple force, this will not work. Device Writeback will not work with multiple Azure AD force. So if you have more than one, you can stop right now and forget about this feature. Now, my device Writeback location will be the same. Go ahead and click Next. Here you want to put a domain administrator account in place. Once you have your credentials entered, go ahead and click Next. Once that has finished, go ahead and click Configure. Configuration is complete. Go ahead and click Next. Now that you have Device Writeback enabled, the problem that I want to solve now for someone is to configure Azure AD Connect so that I can do all this in tests with one specific or a few devices. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and start Azure AD Connect service. And I'll basically tell you how you can do this. However, if you already have your devices being synchronized, you might not be able to do this, but we're going to go ahead and figure this out. Now, the reason why this is doing this now is because I just finished enabling Device Writeback, so it's still synchronizing during its initial synchronization right now. So just starting Azure AD Connect will not stop the service at this point. I have to actually wait until this initial synchronization after configuration is completed. So we're going to go ahead and exit out of here, and I'll start it when it finishes. Okay, we can go ahead and continue now. Go ahead and click Configure. And here, I want to go ahead to customize synchronization options is where I need to be. Select that, then click Next at the bottom. Enter your global administrator credentials. Okay, here I want to go ahead and click Next. Now, as you can see, I do not have the options sync all domains and OUs, correct? And I have sync selected domains and OUs, correct? So this is how you can specify a subset of your environment to be synchronized with Azure AD and your local on-premise environment When you do this, only those devices in the selected organizational unit within this tree would be synchronized. So I want to show you something what I'm doing. You see this right here? Will not sync objects. So I actually created an organizational unit that will not get synced. So whenever I want accounts in my local domain to not sync with Azure AD, I drop them in this one specific organizational unit, like service accounts, for example. My service accounts never get synchronized to Azure AD. So if Azure ever get hacked, they'll never know my service accounts for my local domain. So this is how you can identify a subset of devices within your environment to be synchronized. So again, the ones that have a check mark, everything in there is actually being synchronized. No check mark, no synchronization. And that's pretty much how you do it. Thanks.